eat rice and stew and I'm strong this year. Big like John this year. Cool like LeBron this year. Storm's got a platinum clap, but you know that got bronze this year. She said that I don't need to intrude, but I love the smell of your.
A confident group coming through the tunnel. The Pistons looking to stay focused and pick up a win at home tonight. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trey Young is out there at Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the 5. And for the Pistons, he's out there with Jackson. Then it's Plumlee. Then there's Grant, and it's Bay in at the 3, the small forward. Capella kicks to Bogdanovich. Young for 3. The shot will not fall. And Detroit the other way. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Here's Jackson. First shot, first basket. He's on the blocks fast. On tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you played.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You clearly want to dislike your opponent.
Feeds it to Grant. And the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
He had very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Young's shot is good.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hands.
Hayes the pass to Plumlee. Kicks it to Jackson. Over Bogdanovich, and it's in after a nice pass off the right side.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
Pass to Jackson. Back to Hayes. There's the lob to Jackson.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Atlanta's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Collins, good.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4-for-5 from the field.
The Pistons have gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. On the wing, Jackson. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Grant.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
Hunter the pass to Young. Over Hayes. Young outside. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. The Pistons leading. Here's Hayes. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Collins.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Lou Williams is checked in for Atlanta. That one falls, so it's both of them.
Well, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
He's perfect from the line this time. For Detroit, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Jackson looking it over. Over Collins. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got 8 points.
This team is rolling right now. Still haven't missed a shot.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Dwayne Casey and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. One point he made to his players was, they're going to try to attack us where we live. Right at home, in the paint, at the rim. We have to be ready to contest shots, play physical, and match their intensity. Guys, we will all find out together how this plays out.
Thanks, David. Lee outside. Five on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Grant, that's good.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And there's Gallinari working hard, being productive for his team. His effort always impressive.
For Detroit, they've gone 7-9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. And the pass to Grant. Here's Lee. No points in the game yet for him. Back to Grant. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Over in the corner, Reddish. Good. The nice assist from Williams. Reddish has got his second basket.
And don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
And now the first time out called here for Detroit.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu is checked in for Clint Capella. And Tony Snell subbed in for Reddish. Jackson kicks to Joseph. For 3. That one, no good. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Gallinari passes to Williams. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
A slam dunk by ATL.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
And the shot is good.
And just a fluid offensive talent with really a knack for getting to his spots. Hooked him so hard to keep up with.
Now here's Diallo. Not a lot of room. And it's blocked. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And the Pistons making a change here. Smith is checked in. Clock at 6. Rebound, Atlanta. Gallinari on the wing. He's guarded by Diallo. Here's Okongwu. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Some great action here early as we have the first quarter close to time. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. Hey guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah. Love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, Young and Herder make up the backcourt. Okongwu is out there with Collins, and it's Snell in at the 3.
Man, that's a tough shot for an athletic big man like Collins. Finishing through contact is something you've got to be able to do.
Diallo finds Joseph. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Young with the steal. Herder passes to Collins. Joseph with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Shot good by Diallo.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way. They give a great look.
Got that one.
Just a threat to score off the dribble. Young is crafty at assessing the defense and exploiting it.
Joseph looking around. Now here's Diallo. D right on him. That one's not going to go. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Young against Smith. Okongwu, the pass to Young. And the rejection by Smith. to Diallo. Slam to play Diallo.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. And when one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Pistons trail. Smith the pass to Plumlee. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The Hawks have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's Hunter, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead. Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Here's Smith. And the rejection by Collins. Hunter dishes to Collins. And he banks in the layup. Collins has got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Grant kicks to Jackson. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Hawks have gotten all but 1 of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. And the basket is good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Hayes. Looking to end the run. Out to Smith. The 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Young's shot is good.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Without question, Trey Young displaying his skills today.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his game.
Atlanta making some changes. Alinari comes in for Collins. And it's Reddish hitting for Hunter. Outside Jackson. Grant surveying the D. And a wide open look for lead. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lee against Young. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Grant outside. Back the lead. They get it again. A beautiful reverse layup. Lee's got his first basket.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about in the offensive glass.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pistons trail by 10. 52 seconds left in the first half. Bay passes to Jackson. And Capella sends it back.
An elite shot blocker in this game. Capella's athleticism and length allows him to stifle shooters.
Now, here's Reddish. He's covered closely. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
They're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Bay. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Bogdanovich. Lee with the steal. Shoots over Capella, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our half. We saw Trey Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 18 points, 3 assists. And that's...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Trey Young.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball.
Coming out there, Jeremy Grant. Then there's Hayes. Then it's Josh Jackson. And it's Bay in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. The Pistons shoot their 5th free throw of the game here.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And Young, here we go. Down and drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Jackson against Bogdanovich. Jackson passes to Bay. 6 to shoot. But Trey. Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks leading by 11. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Oh, the touch, the timing. Bogdanovich loves catching the defense by surprise with the shot off the pass. Yeah, man, he's a nice pay raise this summer for Bogdanovich. I mean, wings of his skill level, highly valued in today's game.
Jackson against Bogdanovich. Jackson misses.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Here's Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists now tonight.
And Bogdanovich coming off the largest rookie deal in terms of average annual value in NBA history, that 3-year, $27 million deal.
Well, after 5 years playing in the EuroLeague, he was able to negotiate that rookie deal with the Kings. Not headed back to Europe anytime soon, no question. He's an NBA player.
So for the Pistons, Stewart's checked in for Plummer. Dumoya comes in for Jeremy Grant, and Diallo subbed in for Jackson. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Kevin Herter comes in for Bogdanovich. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Diallo. And the layup falls. Diallo's got 8 points.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Williams, that's good.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Hayes. And the 3 off target.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Williams gets the bucket.
And such a confident player. Williams knows he has the trust of his coaches and teammates to take those shots.
Hayes the pass to Diallo. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. Count that one.
He's been fantastic. He can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious. You've got to be on exactly the same page to connect on that long of an alley-oop.
And even then, it's a tough play.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Diallo with it. 12 points for him. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Hawks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. The first free throw is good. Different look here for Detroit. And Jackson comes in for Corey Joseph. And Lee subbed in for Dennis Smith. Atlanta also making some changes here. Molinari's checked in for John Collins. Reddish comes in for Hunt. And Tony Snell subbed in for Williams. Drills it from outside.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Pistons trail by 17. There's the pass to Stewart. He dishes it to Jackson. Lee outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Stewart. Over Okongwu. That one rolling around and rims out.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Reddish's shot is good.
Uh-oh, and we all know what can happen when this fella gets hot. And guys, he is hot.
Pass to Stewart. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Lee. That's to Diallo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Detroit shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That free throw good from Diallo. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Detroit. Jeremy Grant comes in for Doom Boyle. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella comes in for Okongwu. Young is subbed in for Kevin Herter. And that one is good. Snell's got his first points of the night.
Primarily out on the wing. Every now and then, Snell can score inside, have some solid length.
29 seconds left to play here in the third. And here's Diallo. 15 points in the game. Lee dishes to Jackson. Here's Diallo. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Here's Snell. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot. And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's Atlanta running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Young. Gallinari is out there with Reddish. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Bogdanovich in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Lee. On the wing, Jackson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And he pulls off the Houdini to take that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Young with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Pistons shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Lee passes to Jackson. Tipped away. It's stolen by Capella. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Young with the ball. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back.
You got to admire the speed of Jackson. He's a nightmare in the open floor. Just has a knack for being in the right place at the right time.
Atlanta calls timeout. Davies checked in for Lee. Collins checked in for Atlanta. Hunter comes in for Reddish. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Young passes to Capella. Outside Collins. Outside Bogdanovich. Over Jackson. But they'll get another chance. Capella finds Collins. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pistons. Here's Trent. And that one is off. Collins with some nice D. He feeds it to Hunter. The Hawks again can't hit.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn him.
Outside Jackson. Plumlee in the post. Capella's there. Hayes. That free throw good from Hayes. Hayes hits them both. The Hawks leading by 18. Young drives in. Took him no time at all on that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Hayes, defended by Young. Now Hayes. Back to Grant. And the cut by Grant.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stop.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
That's good from Capella.
There weren't any Swiss players in the NBA until just a few years ago, but now Capella, one of several guys from Switzerland making an impact in this league.
Stewart's checked in for Plumlee. Outside Jackson. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Stewart. Offline with his three.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Young's shot is good.
Well, nice to see Capella find the open teammate as he continues to develop his ability to create for others.
Time call here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Trey Young.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taking on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Pass to Grant. Now here's Hayes, defended by Young. And Hayes kicks to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. From the line, Detroit, no good that time either.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually, he drops those in between jumpers.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Refusing to be tied down. Bogdanovic is fantastic at adjusting his body and shot when he gets hit.
Hayes the pass to Bay. Grant with the ball. Guarded by Hunter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The free throw drop for Grant.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Atlanta.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trey Young.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Snell, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Nice aggression right there from Snell. Forcing the defender to foul him on the drive, taking it at the other team.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Detroit. Good on both. Lee with the ball. Passes it to Jumboya. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Over to the left wing. Here's Joseph. Rebounded by the Hawks. On the wing, Williams. Fernando, that's good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did.